All right. I can't believe 2 weeks has gone by.
Right?
When you texted me saying that the shows this week, I was like, "What? No, you're crazy." But no, 2 weeks have gone by.
It's like we've become a syndicated series.
It is. So well, welcome everybody to Ian and Jerrod's Hump Day Extravaganza, coming to you live every other Hump Day. I'm Ian. That over there is Jerrod. Oh, I got to do the right head movement.
That's
Jerrod.
me. I am
Yeah.
Jerrod, and I think right now I need to just say what everybody is thinking. Do you get new glasses, Ian?
Oh my God, I did. Did you notice?
Yes, I clearly just brought it up.
You did. I didn't know if you were. This is my bit, Jerrod. You just. This is
Oh,
what I was going to
sorry.
do.
You know what? Forget what I just said. We'll
No,
edit
no,
that
it's
out.
perfect.
We'll
We'll
correct it.
get to it. We'll definitely get to it. No, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I got new glasses, but I don't like them, so I'm about to. I want to show everybody my journey. But we'll wait. We'll get some. We'll make sure we get a good crowd so I can lose them by talking about my glasses.
No, you know what? I'm glad you said that because I was going to tell you that I didn't like them. So,
Go good.
it,
They're not funky enough. We'll get into it. So,
yeah,
other than glasses, how are you doing? How have you been?
doing good, doing good.
Good.
Still, been busy lately.
Yeah.
A lot of shows, a lot of action going on.
Everybody, I got the pleasure of watching Jerrod perform this weekend, which I don't get to do nearly enough. We used to
Sure.
perform together all the time on different teams, and then since COVID, we're on opposite weeks and days and all this stuff. But this weekend, I went up to the Providence Improv Guild and saw Jerrod, his team's new short form team, and laughed out loud, sincerely, like no faking it. It was sincere laughing.
Impulse comedy. It's an intimidating team to be on because I'm with. There's some people on that team who I just consider to be such incredible performers that
I don't know, Jerrod. I didn't think there was, and I hate complimenting you, but I feel like everyone is just as good as the next person. It was just unbelievable. Like everybody just had great moments, and it was just totally fun. And I think you shine with your short form. I think you just have that mind that clicks. So yeah, I know it
I
makes me.
couldn't agree more. I
So yeah, we
went
had
I went into YouTube and rewatched it, and it's
yeah.
with the new phone camera, and it's sideways.
Hey, that adds a little wackiness, even more wackiness to
That's
your viewing
right.
pleasure. Uh, so, yeah, we had a good. This was a good Providence Improv Guild weekend. A good community talk back on
Yeah.
Saturday. A great 7 o'clock set with you and was it Space Trash? Yeah, that's who performed. Was I think
Yeah.
that's who it was. Yeah, they did a great job. They usually do a deconstruction, but they did an interview this weekend and funny stuff. And then Mike Amaral produced You Are Not Alone, which
Yeah.
is improv and examining mental health and depression and using comedy to kind of address some of those things. So it was very powerful. So I really enjoyed my day of improv on Saturday.
Yeah. And me and Ian got to hang out and watch the 9 o'clock show
We
together too. So it was like,
we did.
oh,
And we did it just like we were on a roller coaster. Jerrod was in front of me, I was behind him. We did not sit in the same row,
that's
but
right.
boy did we enjoy it. We kept talking to each other and seeing each other in the reflection of the window right next to us.
We were not alone.
We were not alone, but it was and I give the monologists and also the improvisers a lot of credit. That was powerful and I know not easy to do. So nicely done.
Yeah, I've seen them. I mean, you and I have both seen them,
Yeah.
seen that show before.
Hmm.
And as an improviser, I'm always impressed with the good decisions made by improvisers in a show like that because you're taking very serious, heavy stuff. Somebody's pouring their heart out and then doing scenes based off of that, but you don't want to do it in a way that's making fun of them,
Right.
or making fun of what they've experienced. So finding a way to pull comedy out and seeing the people, the biologists out there who are just up there pouring their heart out,
Ugh,
crying, then
ugh.
laughing after, it really is a nice thing.
It is. It is. I'm really glad that Mike does that on occasion.
Yeah.
It's something that is needed and always goes over well. So that's awesome. Anyways, other than that, what you been up to?
Huh. I've been teaching classes on Sundays. That's been taking a lot of my days. I still haven't had a chance to like see my folks post Christmas and get them their Christmas stuff. So
Oh boy.
I'm thinking of sneaking home Saturday and
And
doing all that. Yeah. But I've got a
giving
show
out the
Saturday
loot.
night too, which we will cover in the plugs.
Oh, what did you have a show? Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's your regular week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this weekend, Netflix is meeting, and we're going to talk about shaking some things up with our house team, man, as far as
Nice.
form and stuff like
Well,
that.
you
Yeah.
should
So
say that.
yeah. So we've I'm excited to have that conversation. Emma, I don't think she'd mind, is making us brunch or breakfast on Sunday, and we're going to have breakfast.
So my big house team, Dr. Nighttime, also decided to shake up our form. We've been doing the Herald for a while.
Yeah.
So, let's try something a little bit different. So we're just going to do montages for a couple weeks just to kind of feel out what we've missed, what we might feel like we're missing doing that. And it's funny because our coach on Monday for our team practice was Emma.
Ah, look at that. Well, and I let me put a little caveat. I think that's the direction our team's going. We're meeting just to see if that is the direction we'd want to go. We're not there yet. We may stick with it. Who knows, right? But I'm just excited to see these people because in a setting that's not improv, because I really do love the people on my team. So any chance I get to hang with them is exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then let's see, work is work, and it's been busy. It's that post holiday kind of get back into the normalness of what we were doing before the holidays, right?
Yeah, you're right. And it's like I'm still not quite there.
Nope.
Slipping into the mundane life. I'm still kind of catching up on everything. But I'm already making plans for when I'm there. So, which is good because I find that when I keep a very tight schedule, I get more things done in between the times I have things scheduled. When I'm living a busy life, I tend to like be busy about my life. But when I'm not, I tend to like very much not. It's very easy to be lazy.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I was very lazy this weekend, and I was blessed with Jay Wu had Martin Luther King Day off, so I had a nice 3-day weekend, which is a little bit indulgent after having a few weeks off for the holidays. So it was I totally, other than Saturday, I was and I performed on I played on Friday night. Other than that, it was a pretty low key weekend.
Maybe I need to get into academia because it seems like when you're kind of going with the school schedule a lot, you get a little bit more time off.
Oh yeah, you just won't get a paycheck, but yeah, absolutely, yeah. There's a trade-off.
Pay more time off. It's like that's the
reason I did nothing this weekend is I couldn't afford to do anything because I'm still paying off my holiday bills. The only thing available to me was the streaming services I have already paid for. No, it's not that bad. It is a good life. It is a good life. Anyways, what do you got, Jerrod? I know you must have something.
Yeah. So, kind of in the news, just recently, there was the oldest person in the world passed away.
I saw that.
Her name was Sister Andre, the French nun, just passed away. Now, as Ian knows, and all of you may know, pretty recently, just in the past year, I had the opportunity to interview Sister Andre. And in between our bouts of like energetic lovemaking, I had a chance to ask her some questions. So I went there and I was able to compile her answers on Sister Andre's secrets to a long life.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually impressed that you're going to divulge these on our show. I thought you were going to write a book.
We will be able to, us and our audience will be able to have very long shows. keep doing these shows for a long time. Also, while this is up on the screen, I'd like to reiterate to everybody that I am available for any of your graphics designs needs. Um,
I appreciated that you got the accent over the E in her name and an apostrophe.
yeah,
That's hard to do.
it shows I'm willing to copy and paste.
You are willing to go into
And,
the character map and copy and paste.
and I absolutely am. So let's just dive right in.
Dive in.
To, again, Sister Andre's Secrets to a Long Life. 118-year-old French nun. She has, obviously, her secrets are good ones. So, number 10, if you're drinking orange juice with pulp, drink it slowly.
Yes.
That just seems like good advice to me, right?
So she enjoyed a pulpy OJ and but would make it last all day.
Definitely drink it slowly. You don't want to choke to death on orange juice pulp. That happens a lot, and you don't want to just be another orange juice pulp statistic.
You're right. You're right.
Everybody, when you're drinking orange juice with pulp in it, drink it slowly. I just feel like I shouldn't have to keep saying that, but you know what? Not everybody knows that.
There'll still be more pulp deaths, so you got to keep screaming it until everybody hears it.
Yeah. So another secret to a long life that the French nun, Sister Andre, shared with me. If you're in a duel where you're walking 10 paces and then turning around, turn at 9 paces.
Oh, okay. So that came right from Sister. She advocates cheating.
Yes.
Okay.
When death is on the line.
Yeah. Well, yeah. All's fair in love and war, and if you're in a duel, it's kind of like a war.
That's right. I mean, really, if you're in a duel, is that really an honorable way to go about your business? I don't think so. I think that's just something that duelists say. That's true. I'd rather live at 9 paces than die at 10 paces.
Yeah. Why is 10 the magic number? Right. Ask Hamilton.
I start at 0 anyways, so it wouldn't be cheating if I did it. It would just be a technicality.
I start counting way before the duel even happens, so I can instantly turn and shoot.
That's right. Boom.
Yeah, I don't even turn around. Boom.
You've been French nunned.
And up until now, 100% win rate.
I have never lost a duel.
Nope.
Never. So some of the advice that Sister Andre had really comes from like that old-timey place. This is true. Like I was reading, she talked about like the joy she felt when she went to school as a schoolgirl the first time she saw electric lights, had electricity. And she said the happiest day in her life was Bastille Day. So when World War I ended, her whole town went to the town square and sang the French national anthem. So
wow.
Yeah. So I thought very cool. And this bit of advice that she came up definitely has an old-timey feel to it. Something that harkens back maybe some of the things that we've lost a little in our modern society. So doctors recommend the delicious flavor of Marlboro cigarettes.
Oh, Marlboro is especially, huh? Not just cigarettes, but Marlboro.
Yeah, I mean, I've looked through some of the old advertisements, and sure enough, in so many of them, doctors were recommending the delicious flavor of Marlboro cigarettes.
Huh. And I would imagine you don't want a filter there to get in the way of the flavor. So filterless Marlboros would be the way to go.
Maybe. All I can go is what Sister Andre told me. I don't know that it's my place to really like.
Sure. I'm sorry. I'm asking. This is really, it's too, and this is one of the shames of her passing. She's not here where we can ask her these kind of questions.
Right. Just take the advice that she gave the best that we can.
That's good.
So it's just incredible listening to her talk, with some of the thoughts she had on how to live that long life. And I was really kind of inspired by this one. Don't snitch on your brothers in the biker gang, even Lenny.
Oh, I think a lot of people make that mistake. They'll snitch, but they won't snitch on Lenny, and that gets them into trouble every time.
Right. Just don't snitch. I get it. Every biker gang's got a Lenny in it.
Yep.
Every Lenny you'd like to see go down, you
Yeah.
know?
And if your biker game doesn't have a Lenny in it, you're Lenny.
Right, right. And you don't want people to snitch on you.
Right.
So, when a French nun tells you, don't snitch on your brothers in the biker gang, even Lenny, it's saying don't make any exceptions because the even Lenny clause, that's a big exception you would be making there.
Yep. Jerrod, let's pause. We got some comments that I feel like we're missing.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, Amy gave a shout out to short form when we mentioned that.
What?
And then, Bowler, you and I, Jerrod, we've talked about this offline, but the crowd doesn't know. It is an easel in paint back there, and Jerrod has a reason for that.
It is. It goes back a while that it's been there. It was during the pandemic when we were working from home. My work, we did a virtual paint night, and I guess it's like the wine and paint that you do, only we did it. They got us paint, these little easels, and we painted. And I just have no idea what to do with the paint and easels and paintbrushes now. I'm not a very artistic person at all, but I can't bring myself to just throw them away. So I just keep them here, hopefully to make me look artsy. But I think that maybe giving away the fact, all of that information takes away from any artsiness I might have got. Picture is gone. I brought it to work and I refuse to bring it home. It is not a fine bit of artwork.
I don't know. I think you should maybe this week take a picture of it to share next week. Or
maybe I'll do that. I am not the artiste.
All right, back to your list. That was a good little intermission.
Yeah. So after a nice little break right there. So she was very explicit about this next one, and there's historical context for it. Like this bit of advice is something that we all already knew because we've seen this situation happen in the past. If your husband is investigating a serial killer who chooses his victims based upon the 7 deadly sins, which I spelled wrong, make sure he doesn't find your address and really make sure you don't have any head-sized boxes lying around.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's very specific.
Yes, we saw that in that documentary that Brad Pitt and Gwyneth Paltrow were in with Kevin Spacey and Morgan Freeman. So that is really good advice right there.
Yeah. I also think it applies to your spelling mistake too. I think the 7 deadly sins is you need to be watchful.
Also bad.
Yeah.
Also bad.
Yes.
So but we had history for that one, but I'm still glad she said it. You know, we don't have to wonder. Sister Andre spelled it right out for us.
We have a vote that your portrait is of Lenny. So
who snitched? Who snitched? All right. Now, there's some things that you're not going to know unless you are very, very old. Even at our age, less than half of hers, we might not be fully aware of this next one, but I trust this one just because of her advanced age.
Who she was.
Worldliness and experience. Always wear a seatbelt when driving a monster truck.
You know, I that one really that hits home. I just feel like that's the wisdom. That's the wisdom that we've lost, quite frankly. I'm so glad you interviewed her so that maybe a new generation will take these things seriously.
Yeah, it's one of those things that we lose, that knowledge that we lose as some of the older generations, start passing away.
So many kids today drive their monster trucks without a seatbelt on.
Right. You'd think they would know because you watch them on TV. They'll like hit the ramp and like spin completely around and everything. You're going to die if you don't wear a seatbelt.
Yeah. If the G-forces aren't great enough, you're not sticking to that seat,
Ridiculous. People, wear your seatbelts when you're driving a monster truck. This needs to be a rally.
There it is. At least a t-shirt.
Right? So this is one. She had some pictures to show me of how she really learned this one. This is something, again, she didn't get into until later on in her life. I think the 1990s.
She kept reinventing herself is what you're saying. Really?
She really did. So her 1990s, she must have been what, her late 80s, early 90s,
Yeah.
or somewhere around there. And that's where she learned. When wrestling alligators, be wary of the tail, but focus on the mouth.
You know, I feel like if I didn't know where this was coming from, the late Steve Irwin would have said the exact same thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
No,
She
because
outlived him.
he should have concentrated more on the tail of the manta ray.
That's right. That's right. And, it's good advice because the tail of an alligator is very strong and can do some damage.
Yeah.
But not as much damage as the mouth.
Yeah. The tail, you got to, like you said, you got to watch out for it, but it's
you got to watch out for the tail.
You got to watch out for the tail, but the mouth is what's going to do you in.
That's the priority. Right?
Wow, wise.
It really makes you think, right?
It
really makes the mouth is where the teeth are.
Yep.
Okay, we've had a chance to chew on that one for a little while. So, another really good bit of advice for living a long life. Stretching, Ian, stretching.
Yeah.
Stretching is so important.
Yeah.
Keep those muscles limber, expand the chest. Stretching is good advice.
Especially before wrestling an alligator.
Absolutely.
I mean, that she didn't need to point that out, but that's definitely I feel like that's, read between the lines.
Yeah, those two go there's not many more inconvenient times to pull a muscle than while actively wrestling an alligator.
Because you're not going to be able to watch the tail as much. You're going to be focused on that mouth, and that's where the tail's going to get you because you failed to stretch and you're cramping up.
Right. You're focused on your deltoid. You're not focused on the teeth.
Right.
The mouth is where the teeth are. Now, this next one, there's sometimes you hear something and you think to yourself, I think I already knew that, but you're not sure. And maybe, you had kind of an inkling, but you needed to hear somebody just come right out and say it. And fantastic advice for living a long life. If you see a star bouncing around, grab it. It makes you invisible for a short period of time.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
I leave stars alone, and that's my downfall. Like I'm not living my best life.
Just grab that thing and run over as many goddamn mushrooms and turtles.
And rescue the princess.
That's right. That's right. But that wasn't one of her rules.
Nope. Just
rescue the princess does not have anything to do with that increased longevity.
No. Okay. So just use the stars.
Use the stars. And you know what? Her number one secret for living a long life, she mentioned this a lot. It came up time and time again in our conversation. She had a lot of stories about why. And I couldn't think of a better way to kind of end the list on what the 118-year-old French nun, her number one secret was for living a long life. Only buy your crack from reputable sources.
That unbelievable. That can't be said loud enough.
I got to tell you, Ian, I'm a bargain shopper generally. For a lot of things, I'm just price conscious and that's it. But crack, get the good stuff.
Get the good stuff. Like, it's not that expensive to begin with. It's cheap cocaine. So splurge a little. You're worth it. You are worth it.
Have a little respect for yourself.
A little respect for yourself when buying your crack cocaine.
Get the bougie crack.
Yeah. And you know what? While you're at it, spend a couple more bucks on the pipe.
Might as well.
Just don't get the cheapest pipe. Get one that, when people see you smoking the crack, they're going to be like, now that guy knows how to live.
Yeah, make it a nice experience,
Yeah.
It's like you see some people, it's kind of like, nice having an exotic drink, but have an exotic drink while lying on a beach in warm weather just makes the whole thing more special. the same thing with crack.
It's exact same thing as crack. In fact, Jerrod, I have a crack smoking outfit that I dress up. I dress up when I'm gonna indulge.
I actually do too.
But
Mine is a French nun outfit. That's what I wear when I'm smoking crack.
that burned into my memory. Burned into my. Anyways, well, thank you for that. Thank you for that insight. I need to reflect on some of these and buy a carton of Marlboros. Clearly,
doctor recommended, and we are actually sponsored by doctors, so
we are.
Could
Yes.
not be lying about that one.
Nope. No lying here.
Who's our sponsor?
AMA, the American Medical Association. Big supporters.
Big.
Yeah.
But mostly the doctors themselves. Like there's a specific carve out for doctors. Ian and Jerrod's Humpday Extravaganza. Sponsored by doctors.
This is it. And I don't like when our viewers pander to us, but I'll take this one. We both have too many teeth for crack. You got us. Actually, Garth, crack, your dental stays okay. It's the meth you got to watch out for the teeth.
Yeah.
Both Jerrod and I learned that the hard way.
Yeah. And even if Ian and I were smoking crack, we both know to spring for the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I went to the dentist this week.
Really?
Yeah, for a real procedure, not just a cleaning. Yeah.
Dentist procedures are the worst.
Well, and you know something, when you're like me, in my 20s, I was in North Carolina. I was earning like next to nothing, no real health care. So what do you not do? You don't go to the dentist.
Yeah.
That a cleaning is like $100 if you don't have insurance. Back then it was. It's probably more now. And I didn't go, so I had some. By the time I went, I had some. So I might have had a root canal or two.
Wow.
And a few fillings. Well, as you get older, those things wear out. If you get them early in life, as you get older, they wear out. So I had to replace a crown. So right now I have a fake crown in my mouth that is uncomfortable and that sort of thing. So kids, take care of your teeth, especially if you smoke crack and do meth.
The fake crown, the fake emperor over there.
Floss. Yes. Your mom. Floss. Absolutely.
Yeah. My mom, my entire life, has worked in dentist offices, at least most of it. And she is both shocked and thrilled with your story.
I'm sure. I made it to 51 without having to get anything replaced. So I feel like I'm okay. But the fact that I had major work in my 20s is it just wears out after a while.
That was a long time ago.
Cart says, floss the ones you want to keep. Yeah, there's a few of them that I don't like, so I don't pay any attention.
Yeah, we've all got a few teeth that are like, okay, you're lucky to be allowed in here.
Yeah, you're like you simmer down. You don't want to point. You don't want to draw attention to yourself.
A few that are not carrying their weight.
Exactly. All right, so let's go back to my glasses, which is what I've been waiting for.
Let's go back to those ugly glasses.
Yeah. Okay. So
that sounded mean. That sounded meaner.
No. I don't like them. I don't. Now, first of all, I've been, and people will either. I have a feeling I'm going to get a lot of strong opinions. I've been ordering my glasses online for the last 4 sets. So probably since 2015, I've ordered my glasses online. All you need is your pupillary distance, which your eye doctor will give you, and you can save a lot of money. This is the first time I went with the company Zenni, which doesn't do name brands. The last few frames I've had have been Ray-Bans, and I've gotten them for a good price and really enjoyed them. But then I was realizing I could get them even cheaper if I go with no name brand that look nice. So I have a very, I like the, I'm not really a fashion guy. I'm a bigger guy. It's harder to get clothes in your size, and I don't have the patience to go shopping. So go ahead.
Can I say one thing that might make you feel better?
Yeah.
Did you ever stop to think that, it might not be like the frames, might not be the glasses.
Yes.
It might just be your face.
I get what you're putting down. Yes, I know. Well, Jerrod, as
I
I
don't
grew,
know. You know what? Maybe that wouldn't make you feel better.
no,
I
he
guess
wouldn't
in
at
my
all.
head
It's
it
like,
sounded
hey,
different.
it's your face that's the problem. No,
Put those glasses on a nice face, and they are
and there,
heartbreaking.
yeah. All of a sudden, Jared's like, give those to me. I'll look great in them. So anyways, I did, as with everything, I like to have something a little bit different, a little bit funky, but just a little bit. I also don't want to not blend into the crowd. So it's a real dichotomy of feelings. So shopping for glasses for me were really, really tough. Now I went with these, and I'm going to share. First of all, I apologize to everybody, but I'm going to put myself in the solo shot. All right. So
We're losing viewers. They're dropping like flies.
I know. At least the laughing emoji isn't coming up heavy. So those are them. They're brown. They're supposed to have a little blue at the bottom. You can't really see it. It's hard on here, but trust me, you can't really see it. So let me show the audience what the website was we were supposed to get to. Oh, and this all ends with us picking Ian, suggesting a new pair of glasses for Ian, because I'm returning these. So just so you all know what I'm getting into.
Can't wait.
So, I know. I knew you would love this bit. All right. So there it is. These are them. Right? $30. How can you beat that?
Those don't look the same as what you
No, have. That's what I'm saying, right?
The shape looks a little different, doesn't it?
The what looks different?
Like the shape of the frame just looks...
I agree. I totally agree. And there's different views here. Like, they're kind of close. I guess they are, but really what bothered me was, like, I really liked the blue in the frame. I have blue eyes. They kind of, I thought they bring them out a little bit. All these ideas. Oh, can I? Yes.
Do they have any pictures of them on somebody?
Yeah, on me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, look at that. AI, man.
Better.
AI, right? So I'm returning these. But I'll tell you, I have progressive lenses, the best pair of progressive lenses I've ever had. Like, anywhere I look, it seems like it's in focus and that sort of thing. So.
Can we see what those glasses look like on some of the other people who are there?
Yeah, we can absolutely look at the models.
Look how good those are some sharp glasses. Look how nice.
Just try both genders for ha-has.
Look how good they
right?
look.
I know. All right. So now these are what I think I'm going to buy. These are the ones. And I want everybody's opinions. So these right here, they're slate. And I'll put it, actually I should be able, oh, you know what? I need to go into, let me click on this.
I'll be honest, so far I'm not too sure on those.
Okay. This is what I need from people. This is them on me, and then we'll look at a model. We know that they're going to look worse on me than on a model.
I'm glad you made sure to differentiate between you and the model, because we would have been guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, show that on you again. Maybe.
I was really sold on them, but I'm going through this process. I'm like, I don't know if I like them anymore.
They look great on him.
I mean, this guy. Let's see. Where's the middle-aged pudgy guy? That's what I'm looking for.
I'm right here.
I need my surrogate. I'm just
frame below you.
So those are my glasses pick, right? So those are the ones that I have. And here, while we might as well. I won't.
So my thing with those frames, and I'm just not used to seeing you in them, is that like those are like thick frames all around.
Yeah. Now these are the ones that I originally had put in my favorites. Those were very like the ones that I currently have, my Ray-Bans. Oh, this is going to be too hard. Never mind. I won't go. I'll just do a, if you want to see any close up.
No.
But yeah, no, like they're all just very plain, so I don't know. Let's see. I need to, let me stop sharing my screen.
You know what kind of messes up the ones that you have, honestly? And
What's
maybe
that?
it's just because it's like bigger lenses, but
yeah,
it's like catching so much more of the light, and that's what's kind of kind of hurting it. The light comes off those lenses weird.
Oh, I never even. Well, I also have that stupid. Not stupid. I have my ring light on, so it is catching the ring light. But yes, you're right. That's a good call, Jerrod. I just wanted them to look a little bit differently. Like, oh, those are, like I'd rather not my glasses not necessarily blend in. I'd like them to be a little bit more of a statement,
Of course,
So
it's a good call. I am a fashion aficionado.
I was like, you know what? I need Jared's take on this.
Who's the most stylish person I know? Jerrod.
Jerrod. Both of us. Like I feel like we are fashion mavens.
He has at least 4 or 5 t-shirts.
Yeah. What glasses bring out the spots on my white t-shirt that I wear most all the time when I'm not at work?
I can't even think of the last time I bought a t-shirt, like years. And yet what I wear most of the time are t-shirts.
Yes. Although I just my dad just gave me a bunch. He it's still in packages that he never wore over the years that my mom kept buying for him. So I am now littered in t-shirts. Like I have so many t-shirts. I also work at a college, so you get a lot of t-shirts when you work at a college. Like everybody's giving out t-shirts.
Stick with t-shirts.
So anyways, I don't know if anybody has any strong opinions and feel like making recommendations. Zennies is the place. I'm going to mail these back. I've already put the return request in, and I get 100% back in store credit, which is kind of amazing. They made the lenses and all that, but I said in the feedback, I'm like, the picture, they don't look like the picture color wise and a little bit shape wise.
Is there a place where they will like take your frame and just put glasses into it?
Yes. But it's almost as expensive as buying new frames. But yes, it's Jerrod, and I have those. I wrote them down. I don't have them right now, but there's two that come highly recommended if that's something you want to do.
So I'm trying to capture an idea I have that I think would look good on you.
Okay. Maybe I should tell you my bits beforehand so you could actually prep to a response.
Don't worry, I'm almost done.
Because this is definitely my version of I'm being the straight man. I'm totally serious. You could have really gone to town on this if you had the time, I feel.
Well, so I'm thinking maybe start with frames that you like and then bring them somewhere and put lenses in them. So find frames that are flattering to you. Just something on your face that I think works.
And that's something, I've ordered online before, but I've always gone to a glasses store, found the frames I liked, and then just ordered from the online retailer for about $200 less than say LensCrafter. And I know LensCrafter will never be a sponsor. They just are so overpriced, but I'll go in there and take the model number of the frames off. And that's how I've bought them in the past,
So I found something that I think would complement like your face, your style, and everything. I think people would enjoy seeing you in, and then they can just put lenses in.
They can just put lenses. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm thinking something like this.
Yeah. There. I don't know. It looks like it might be hot, like lots of sweat.
Probably not. It's like summery glasses. Like
so those are my winter. That's my winter look.
Yeah, I wouldn't put like the sunglasses frames in those, but I definitely think
Yeah, no, I could see it. Yeah, it's gonna really accentuate my lips.
Just thinking out loud,
Gotcha.
So
thank you for that. This is the support I was hoping for. This
just
right here.
A thought, just spitballing here.
Exactly. And I'd like to point out that even though we did my little glasses shopping segue, we only lost one viewer during that time. That's a win.
That is right.
That is a win.
And those of you who stayed around got to see the gimp mask joke.
and totally unplanned. Jerrod just looked that up and uploaded it to our technology.
And yes, I did look it up. I did not just like have a gimp mask picture
Yeah.
ready
Now
to go.
I can't wait to see what your Facebook ads are after today. So I feel like I win.
God. So I work in IT, as people know, and yesterday there was a major outage with Verizon Fios. Verizon Fios business in all of New England lost connectivity to Microsoft. Big deal. So
That's a
that
big
took
deal.
up some of my stuff at work yesterday. You know, it was kind of a big thing. And then at lunch, we ordered some Grubhub wings, got some or DoorDash some wings down. So that was nice because we had some more people in the office yesterday. DoorDash some wings at lunch. That was cool. And then
Where
last
did you
night,
get the wings from?
Maria's.
Maria's. Okay.
They're great with their wings.
Okay.
And then last night I had a Facebook ad that was sign up for Verizon Fios and get a $200 gift card to DoorDash or Grubhub.
Wow, that's really wow.
Yeah, that was like
I thought I was gonna be able to add to this because I got in the mail subscribed to Fios yesterday. I'm like, what poor timing. But yours is the beats it. But
weirdly, right?
Yeah.
Like that's too on the nose.
Yeah. Yeah. It was funny because I considered it. I was like, and I know people, I feel like cable internet providers just stink. People, whoever you have, you complain about, right? But the only problem I have with Cox is I don't lose it that often, but I never get the speeds that they promise. And so I'm like, oh, I should go, with Fios. It's a dedicated speed and it's both upload and download and all that stuff. But no, I'm too lazy, and there's to have somebody actually, because I don't have Verizon at my rental place, so it would be an ordeal to get them to hook it up to the house and all that stuff. So
yeah.
Anyways, but now that I hear this, but for $200, I'll put up with a lot to Grubhub.
Right?
Yeah.
I just can't deal with that level of being in my life.
Yeah.
And advertising for it.
That's crazy. Even for 200, you can get a lot of wings for $200.
Oh yeah. We'd be surprised. Well, we'll spend over $100 on wings at the office when we get them all in and everything like that.
Have you ever done the Rhode Island food fights? For those of you who don't know, Rhode Island food fights, in Rhode Island, you purchase a book of coupons and you get free of whatever that month's food fight is. So the reason I'm bringing this up is I just saw that they're advertising sandwiches for March, but January is wings. And I missed it.
Food fights twice.
Have you?
Once was wings.
Yeah.
And then I took advantage of like one place. It's my own fault for not doing more. And I can't remember. The second one, I think, was sandwiches, but it was March 2020 when I got it.
Oh, poor timing. Poor timing. I am thinking about doing the sandwiches because it's $30 and they're saying they have at least 15 restaurants participating. That, and I drive almost the whole state every day to work. So I can't imagine it would be that inconvenient to if I think I'd eat a lot of sandwiches for dinner is what I'm kind of saying.
I think you'd have to double check. I can't remember if you can like get stuff to go.
You might have to eat there.
You might have to eat there.
Oh God.
We'd want to double check that.
I will double check that.
They might have made that change because they came back during the pandemic. So they might have made that change and kept it, a way to help local businesses stay
I need to put on my calendar to remind me to do the wings. The wings I would absolutely do. I would travel for them, and I really do want to find the best wings in the state, and that's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Sandwiches, I could take or leave sandwiches.
I once, as I've talked about some in the past, I once did a cross-country barbecue tour, and that was great. The next one I would do would be a wings one. I would love to go like the best wings places around. And
Jerrod, I think if we're still doing this show next year, we should both get it and do remotes, like film, like here's me trying this one. There's you trying that one.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. People can watch us on our shaky iPhones eating wings.
All right. All right. This is why we need production meetings. This is why we need production meetings. I need to put my bad ideas out in private. Oh, we lost another viewer. Oh my God. Good times.
So I am not one who like gets upset at people who abuse drugs.
Okay. I was you get upset about almost everything. So I was wondering what was going to end that sentence. Okay.
Yeah, I really don't. You know, for a lot of people, they fell into it and they'd love to get out of it. It's really hard to. I get that. I'm not hating. Except for one group. And that's crystal meth.
Crystal meth. Is that just regular meth, or are we really focusing on crystal?
I guess crystal meth.
Is it all the same thing? I don't know. All right, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm not super spun up on the different kinds of methamphetamines out there. Okay. But if it's all of them or just a crystal one, the ones that I hate are the ones that have pseudoephedrine in them.
Okay.
Because pseudoephedrine is the only thing that I can use to unclog my sinuses. And because of crystal meth, they make it a pain in the ass to buy it. So I've been going days before I could get any of the pseudoephedrine. Stuffy nose, not sleeping well. And you know what? Maybe you blame it on Big Pharma, but they're possible sponsors of the show at some point in the future.
Exactly.
So
be careful.
I'm not looking to ostracize them, but
no,
it's used in crystal meth, and that is inconveniencing me and making.
Well, there is a shortage of all cold medications, even the ones that aren't used in meth, just because, as with everything, supply line and that sort of thing. So you're really SOL. You can't even go to an inferior product that you know won't work for you.
Even the ones that aren't used in meth?
Yes. NyQuil, can't find it.
I just finally yesterday got some. I took a couple Sudafed before the show, so I'm waiting for that to kick in. But
I'm glad you waited just before the show so we get to suffer with you for an hour, and then you get relief just as we sign off.
Right. Everybody gets to hear me sniffing and having kind of a nasally voice. Yeah. You're welcome.
That's the fan service Jerrod provides.
That's right. I'll be signing autographs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and painting pictures with the easel behind him.
You know what my next picture is?
Yep. I you could hear it in my voice. I knew it was coming.
I've got one picture uploaded right now, folks, and that is it.
Actually, you could also bring up sister.
That is the punchline. That's true. That's right.
Is that her like on her deathbed? Like what do you think she's I'll be honest with you, Jerrod. I think it's take me now. 117 is old enough.
So I was reading like the last time she was interviewed, it was like she was so miserable.
Yeah.
Deaf, almost blind, like in pain all the time from her joints.
Yep.
She looks so happy to me though.
Does she? Yeah. So that's I don't know. She doesn't look much past 100.
It really makes you think like this. I think a part of everybody who, fears death. Everybody on some level fears death. And you kind of, let yourself fantasize about the whole fountain of youth thing. And maybe I'll go on forever because it's like the thought of that last day, of that last moment, it's scary, But man, seeing just like she looks so unhappy and miserable there and hearing about that, like the interview with her when she was just miserable, makes me think, I wish I could remember this series. There was I don't know if it was just one book or one series where it talked about how in that fictional world, that fictional society, some people were born immortal. Very small number, but they were born immortal. But the thing is, they still aged. So even though they were immortal, they aged. So
no.
Pretty much they'd reach a certain point and they were kind of taken away and cared for as they just were more and more miserable. It's a curse, not a punishment.
Yeah. I think 90. If you make it to 90, I'm good. Even I don't know. The way I take care of my body, probably like 72.
I ate wings for lunch yesterday. I mean, 90s a long shot.
90s really wishful thinking. That might as well be immortality for me.
I,
That's yeah.
I'll need a lot of flavorful Marlboros to make it to 90.
That's a picture of 30, but she's on crack. Good call.
She sprung for the good crack.
She is. Yeah. Those those nunneries are loaded with good crack.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had some way to combine this picture with this picture.
I mean, you are a master editor and typist, and as you've proven with your white background.
That's true. The graphics design right there. I think I'm right there for people.
I feel like tune in 2 weeks and you will have it.
Woo! Well, what do you think? What do you say we move on to plugs, Ian?
Let's do plugs.
I think we've covered all the ground we're going to cover tonight.
I think so too. Like I said, I think like we just had the show yesterday.
Right. And I gave everybody the secrets.
You know, this is the problem. Jerrod and I saw each other this week. It screws everything up.
That's right.
No in-person meetings. All right. I'll go first because I don't have much. Mine's long-term. So a couple opportunities if you're in the Rhode Island area for both of these. If you're in Westerly, I will be doing on February 12th. February 12th, I will be doing
prep for the show.
Yeah, I definitely prepped. I don't know why I couldn't do math. But I couldn't right then and there. Is Improv for Everybody at the United Theater in Westerly. Head to their website. It is a afternoon 2-hour event where if you've never done improv before, want to know what it's a little bit about, come take it. It's fun. It's goofy. You'll be silly for 2 hours, and I think we'll be better for it. You will learn some things. You will have some laughs. You will meet new people. Good times. The other thing that I have coming up at the end of February on Sundays, I am teaching level 2 at the Providence Improv Guild. So if you have taken the equivalent of a level 1 improv class, which is kind of universal across the country. So if you have improv experience at all, you are more than welcome to sign up for my level 2. You go to improvpig.com and sign up. I haven't taught level 2 in a while, and I'm really excited to get back into teaching in person. I did Zoom last time, so it'll be nice to do something in person. And then I have a show, maybe with a new format, next Friday, or maybe it'll be the movie format. Either way, you can see me next Friday, a week from Friday at Providence Improv Guild, 95 Empire Street in Providence, and at 8 p.m. And those are my plugs. What do you got?
Nice. I was going to say, I taught level 2 last spring. I loved it. I think level 2 is such a fun class to teach.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm teaching a level 3 right now, and it's fun. I think any improv class you teach, I love it. If you like to teach, you don't like to teach, you love to teach, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The level 2 to me was an exceptional amount of fun to teach.
You know what it is? I think people they've kind of made the decision that they want to go further in improv. So you get students that are at level 1. I love because you see people like, oh, they're gonna do this long term, or oh, they had enough. They really enjoyed themselves, but this isn't for them. But with level 2, they start to have that commitment, that sickness that all improvisers have. That I need more of this stuff.
It's like that. That's where they're really starting to learn about how the sausage is made. And it's just exciting to watch that and to, see that growth, see that get sucked in. So this Friday, I am at Bring Your Own Improv at the Warwick Center for the Arts, 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. You buy tickets online. You can just show up. I think you should do it. It's a good time out there. Saturday, the Saturday night house team, every other week at Providence Improv Guild, Dr. Nighttime. We are also experimenting with new forms. We've decided to move on from the Herald. We've been doing that for a few years, and we're just gonna do a montage. We might do a little something just to tighten it up, but we're gonna be doing that, kind of feel it out, see if it kind of organically gets us to a different form that we're able to, do a little bit more with, have a little bit more fun. on. And
I like
that's
it.
all the plugs I have right for this show. I may have more for the next one with some of the other teams, but that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And then, as always, because she's like always with us, our best audience member, Amy, she's at Kismet this Friday, January 20th. And bring your own improv next Friday on the 27th. So if you can't see Jerrod this week or me next week, you have permission to go see Amy.
Yes.
That's how I look at that.
Yes. Amy is always a permissible deviation. Amy was also recently a guest on a podcast.
I saw that.
It was Hitchhikers and Appetizers. I want to make sure I get it right. So Amy, if you throw it in the comments again, we'll put that one up. But definitely encourage everybody to download and listen to the podcast episode that Amy was featured on. I believe it's Hitchhikers and Appetizers podcast.
That's definitely what it was called.
Okay, yeah.
Yep,
I haven't downloaded it. It's in my queue. I haven't listened to it yet, but I will because it is on my phone and ready to go. And
yeah,
I'm always gonna plug and see. Let's say nice things about Amy for a little while, Ian, before we go.
All right, that's always a good way to end a show.
A little time on that because Amy deserves to have nice things said about her. Amy, if you are doing something and Amy knows about it, she will go out of her way to try and watch every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And, she will, if she's doing things that she thinks you would like, she will let you know and ask you to join in with her on those things. I've done joke contests and stuff that I wouldn't have known about if Amy hadn't brought them up. And yeah, she will watch your stuff. So in return, I will watch as much of Amy as I can. She will do some things that like start really late at night on a work night. And as much as I love Amy dearly,
she does a lot of West Coast British things.
Yeah, she's overseas. She's doing West Coast stuff. I can't always make them, but if it's stuff that I am awake for, I will always try to watch the things that Amy is doing.
In that very narrow window that you're awake.
Right. Yeah. But Amy is an excellent. So she, we're friends, so I'd always say a good friend, but she's also an excellent performance friend.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. And I don't know Amy that well because we have never shared the stage together.
No, it's what we keep talking about doing a set, and we never, ever, ever do it. Of course, we've all got these really busy schedules too, so coordination would take a lot more effort than the three of us combined may really have.
True story. But one day it'll happen.
Yeah,
I'm confident. We need to collaborate. I agree. That's from me. I always forget that people are watching from different platforms, so I have to put the comment up. I can't just comment on it. The people on YouTube won't know what I'm saying.
That's right. But we love you, people on YouTube
and Twitch, which I never know if anybody watches on Twitch or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like it.
No, but I keep throwing it up there anyways. Why not?
All
right. Is that it?
I think we've given it our all.
I think so too. Everybody, as always, thank you so much for joining with us. You have so many different opportunities to waste your time, and the fact that you chose to waste your time with us means the world to us. And we'll be back in 2 weeks. Maybe another old person will have died and left Jerrod a bunch of wisdom. Yeah, one can only hope.
If I have anything to do with it, they will.
All right, my friend. Everybody, have an excellent couple weeks. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a phenomenal weekend. We will see you very, very soon.
So long, suckers.